start. This court in JK Private Limited versus New Kasser A Hind SPZ and WVZ Corporated Limited has held that once a winding up order is passed, the assets of the company under liquidation are passed under the control of the liquidator, whose statutory duty is to realize them. Thereafter, the creditors are paid out by the liquidator from the sale proceeds of the assets of the liquidated company. The creditors have to be paid in terms of the waterfall or priority mechanism. Therefore, payment has to be first made in terms of Section 529 of the Companies Act to overriding preferential creditors, then to preferential creditors in terms of Section 530 of the Companies Act, and lastly, payment has to be made and distributed pari passu among the ordinary or unsecured creditors. This objective and intent is also apparent when we examine the company court rules, as per which the liquidator is to fix a date on or before which all creditors of the company are to prove their debts or claims and to establish any title they may have to priority under Section 530 of the Companies Act. Not only this, the rules enable a creditor to claim interest up to the date of the winding up order, and in certain circumstances, payment of interest subsequent to the date of winding up. There is, however, an exception to the twofold method, as has been held in Dena Bank versus VP Parikh and Corporated and others, which we will subsequently elucidate. Brings us to the interpretation of the expressions debt due and payable in Section 531A of the Companies Act. The interpretation is no longer debatable in view of the judgment of this court in Rajratha Naranbhai Mills Corporated Limited versus Sales Tax Officer Parry, which has approved the view taken by D.A. Desai J in his judgment in Sales Tax Officer Parry versus R.N. Mills Corporated Limited, and another a judgment which we respectfully submit forms the foundation of our reasoning and ratio in the present case. This court in R.N. Mills Corporated Limited, agreeing with the views expressed by D.A. Desai J in Sales Tax Officer Parry, overruled the judgment of the division bench under challenge for several reasons to hold that the words that do occurring in the first past and the words